Alright, now, today is going to be a change of pace. We're going to be discussing my all-time favorite WWE Superstar, and that is The Undertaker. Now, about a few weeks he's going to be in the WWE for about 25 years. That is a long-ass time in wrestling, especially with the same company. Now, in the last few years, granted, he has only been, on and off as far as like WrestleManias. He was only here once a year and all that kind of stuff. But, he's been around forever. He's beaten everybody. He's wrestled everybody. He has just been around for everything. He's been around for everything. He was back in 1990. Back when Hogan was, still basically running the show, running wrestling, still, with the belt and everything like that. But, it was just something about that character. I'll never forget, when I first really started actually watching wrestling, not just, watching certain pay-per-views because I saw Hulk Hogan on the WCW back. And I'm pretty sure it was before I started really watching it, because everybody always talked about Hulk Hogan. I was a little kid, of course, I knew who Hulk Hogan was and stuff like that. But oh man, something just caught my attention with the Undertaker, and it was this whole character. Like they went through all this, and it's just with the freaking the long hair, and he's just all tall, and the freaking he's got the gloves and basically at that point almost had all sleeves. When I first started watching, I don't think he had all sleeve tattoos. He had mostly. He was getting there. But yeah, it was it was just the whole, and especially back then when he was like, when he had the purple gloves and all that, he really played into the being a dead man and the phenom whole deal of the Undertaker. And it just, I don't know, it just something about it just just caught my attention, and it just it was just so cool to see that this is what wrestling, people come up with wrestling, and they find somebody that just can play this role so well, and and make it make it believable, and make it like you really believe all the stuff. Like I remember, I think it was Royal Rumble 1994. He got beat up by like friggin' 10-15 guys in the ring, and the casket gets set on fire or something like that, or lightning strikes the casket, and he comes, the body of the Undertaker comes flying through the whatever it was at that time. I don't think they called it Titantron yet, but it was something to that effect. And he comes, the dead man will rise again, or something like, long live me, or something about the Undertaker. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was like, this is cool. Like, this is like all for wrestling. This is awesome. This is like a show. This isn't. This is sports entertainment, and I think he is just the character, and just the way he portrayed it, and he just nailed it. It's so out of the norm of what you would ever think of when you think of professional wrestling. And it's just, obviously as the character progressed, and things changed, and the business changed, and all that kind of stuff, it just totally, he just totally nailed it. And I think one of the weakest parts, aside from I guess the Ministry would be a weak spot too, man. Yeah, Ministry was he kind of fell flat on that one. I hate to say that, but that's all right though. You don't knock it out the park with everything, but I think what kind of drew people back. He tried to evolve and change with the times, and go with the whole Attitude Era and everything like that. But American Badass could have probably, honestly, you probably had another wrestler play the character, honestly. I think honestly that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to change the times. He probably is like that in real life. I think he is actually from Houston, Texas in real life and everything like that. So probably is how he really lives his life as far as his character and riding a motorcycle and all that stuff. I think he was talking about it in one of the videos that he had in Last Ride or something. It had the tape actual cassette tape of that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really think that fit his actual character, especially by being demonic and all that stuff. Hey, it's fine. I mean, I still supported him. Still on the side and everything like that. But I mean, when he went back to basically kind of wrapping all that back and going back to the long-haired Undertaker and being like the dead man again, and just the whole stuff that he did when he put him and his brother and then they were together and they were always fighting each other. It's just, oh man, it was awesome. They just did so good with that. And to this day, people will always respect The Undertaker. I don't care. Streak, no streak. He is the man. Everybody will always remember the streak. And I don't care how many times you watch it, it's just so heartbreaking that actually happened. I honestly don't know how they could have let that happen. We're going outside the box with the wrestling here. I don't know how they actually let the streak end. I can't believe that. But hey, they chose to do that. But hey, Undertaker has been and will always be the number one, the phenom. He is the man in professional wrestling. He will always be the most respected, at least as far as I'm concerned. And as far as his character's lore, I don't think there will never be any other character that has so much lore to him. It's just like a mystique that cannot be recaptured by any other entity of wrestling. I honestly don't believe that. And it's just, I don't know, it just grabbed me, caught my attention, and it's just cool to sit back and talk about it. So, alrighty. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you when I see you.